what song are we gonna have at the end of a Gator movie? How about see you later, alligator? Crawl, directed by Alexandre Aja, the man that directed Piranha 3D and Horns, and produced by Sam Raimi, the man that gave us the Evil Dead franchise and the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man franchise. This movie stars Kaya Scodelario as Haley, a girl that is on her college's swim team in Florida, and there is a Category 5 hurricane happening. The floodwaters are rising, and her father, Dave, played by Barry Pepper, is trapped in the basement of their old home, which is supposed to be up for sale. So Haley goes back for her father to rescue him, and when she gets there, she finds out that there are a couple gators in the basement. So she goes into the basement to try to rescue her father, and that's pretty much our movie. Now, I saw the trailer for this movie and I thought that this was going to be a pretty good Gator movie. It looked like Jaws with alligators, but I knew it wasn't going to be as good as Jaws. And I did like this movie. Kaya Scodelario is great in this movie as Haley. She really does a good job playing a protagonist that is a fighter and doesn't want to give up in such a dire situation. And Dave, played by Barry Pepper, is a really good character too. I was rooting for both of these characters through the whole movie. I was on the edge of my seat. The gators in this movie look pretty real, even though they are CG. They look pretty accurate to the gators I remember seeing when I used to live in Florida. And the gators felt pretty real. The scenes where you have Haley and Dave trying to get away from the gators was done very well. The chemistry between this father and daughter team is done very well too. I really liked their dynamic and how they're playing off of each other. There's also a dog in this movie, which was very surprising that the dog never gets attacked by the alligators. And you think that there are points where this dog might get eaten by the alligators, but just surprisingly it doesn't. Let's get to the flaws of this movie, because even though this movie is a pretty good film, there are some problems I have. For starters, all the other characters in this movie, they're pretty much just Gator Chow. There's no character development for the rest of them, really. But then again, you have to have some characters eaten by alligators in order to heighten the suspense, so I didn't mind that too much. The thing I did mind, though, was that, and this is a little bit of a spoiler, we find out that there's a secondary exit out of the basement that Dave and Haley get trapped in with these alligators. And if you've seen the trailer, you know that a couple of cops try to come to help them out, and one of the cops gets eaten by an alligator. That cop didn't have to get eaten by the alligator. He could have gone for the secondary exit and moved the stuff that was on top of that exit off of it in order to get Haley and Dave out. Oh, but no, we have to have the cop get eaten by an alligator, so let's put him right in front of the main door instead, because that makes so much more sense. So that felt like a bit of a plot hole in the movie. But overall, I did like this movie, and I was very much on the edge of my seat through much of this film. It was very suspenseful. So I'm going to give this movie a B. It's definitely worth checking out. A great movie for the summer, and that's all I got. And that's all I got to say for Crawl.